Welcome back to the At Home with Robee show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston from the Robee family of companies. We're your hosts. Visit us today at andrewrobee.com. That's Andrew, R-O-B-Y.com. Or you can always find us at the WBT.com homepage. Trent, before the break, we had a little bit of fun talking about Mother's Day, wishing Happy Mother's Day to all the women in our life. Now we're joined by Dominic Thompson. He's from Robee Handy Man, part of the Robee family of companies. Dominic, welcome, buddy.
Hey, thank you, guys. How are y'all?
Great. So, Trent, Robee Handy Man, I know, has evolved out kind of a natural, organic growth out of the history of the Andrew Robee Company. Talk a little bit about how that started and really what your focus is. And then Dominic's going to share with us some ideas he has about what you can do for mom around the house for Mother's Day.
So, Dominic, is it true that you're a hipster?
You can call it what you want, but my jeans are tight and they're rolled at the bottom.
And you got some sweet boots on, man.
I would go with
here.
hipster.
Thank you.
I think Ash said feels like we're up in Nodi. That's good.
Start calling him
I'll take
Cosmo
it.
Kramer.
I call it eclectic, Dom.
There you
I
go.
like it. So we got Ash and Dom for short. But yeah, we basically, we've been in business since 1950, and we've been full service to our we've always been a customer-based business. I think Patrick was in here the other day with Robee Electric talking about, relationships was his key word. I mean, that's what we've always been, our whole business, all of our silos, whether it be construction, handyman, electrical, or commercial, or what have you. So we've always done everything for our clients. We want to be the one-stop shop. We want to be the go-to people. But we really never built a division and a system for it until the last couple of years, and we really never promoted it and built a brand for it. I mean, because fortunately, our brand's done so well over the last 50 years that people, even on large renovation projects, would say, I didn't even know you did something that small. Much less hang some pictures, hang some crown mold, and fix a door.
Oh, yeah.
Repair some rotten wood. They're like, no way you do that. But we have a whole system. Our goal is to run it as efficiently as possible, like any other business, and service our clients. And that's where Dominic comes in, and he's worked his way up through the system. We've talked about Dominic a lot on the show. He started off as my assistant coming from the car industry, and what, 4 years later, you're
5 years in August.
You're running our handyman silo. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. I'm excited to be here and part of the team and running handyman stuff. And yeah, I hear that all the time. People say, I didn't know you guys will hang a picture. Absolutely. I'll do 10 minutes worth of work for you. Come out and handle it and move on down the road.
And I think, Dominic, before you kind of get in, one more point on that is I think what's great about what you're doing with Robee Handyman and just the history of your growth within the company is you were a project manager, all right, on the residential side.
That's
so
right.
You were helping people with very large projects, so you understand that communication, the relationship part of it. And even though now you're working on handyman stuff and kind of building out that brand, you're bringing that same level of service over to the smaller jobs. So people know you do them, but it's important for them to know you do them well and with the same level of attention that you do some of our larger jobs.
Well, that's the goal for sure. And frankly, sometimes the smaller handyman repairs take more communication than some of the big, huge projects. I think when you're running a 3 or 4 month long renovation project, it's a little bit elusive what's going on every day, and you just know that work's getting done, and when guys show up and do work and they go home, that progress is being made. But on our side, we may have 2 or 3 facets of things going on in any given day, and we need to get in and get out, and it's got to be communicated and orchestrated well, or it just doesn't. It's awful. So
it's a very similar operation to Robee Electric on the service side.
Absolutely.
Very, very similar. But it's all about schedule and communication. And then you got to have the qualified guys. They got to be neat workers. They got to say yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. They got to be on time, because they're in and out of people's houses. Generally, people's houses when the husband's at work and the wife's handling some stuff or he's having it handled for her. So we cater to that. We cater to same as Patrick said. We cater to the kids and the pets. And we bring the newspaper in if we need to. That's right.
And while I'm at it, I just wanted to give a quick little shout-out here to one of our handyman clients who actually heard us on the show and gave us a call. Kurang Mehta and his wife gave us a call. Someone had broken into their house and caused a bunch of interior damage while they were away. Pulled their banister and a handrail off of a staircase that goes up to their master bedroom upstairs. And I was kind of floored when I went in the house and saw the damage they had done. But anyway, he called us up. I went out and met with them and got to spend a little time getting to know them and their situation. And they hired us to repair this stuff. And as far as I know, they're extremely happy. But I just wanted to give Mr. Mehta and his wife a shout if they're listening today.
A listener and a customer.
See?
Yeah, I love it.
I'm going third party on you today.
That's what Trent calls the flywheel. It's all coming together.
It's spinning.
Yeah. So let's talk about this. It's Mother's Day. Maybe there's some things people need to do around the house. They're looking at it, things their wife or their mother's been talking to them about. What are you seeing out there that are repair related? That some things that you're doing that maybe people aren't thinking about doing around their house.
That's right. So I've kind of got the good, the bad, and the ugly, and kind of the bad and the ugly is what we're talking about there. And I got to tell you, a lot of the repairs that we're doing right now have to do with water in one way, shape, or form, and everybody knows we had a lot of it this winter. We're dealing with a lot of roof leak repairs for drywall and molding and wall damage and sometimes even flooring damage that happened over the winter that's showing its face. And then a lot of exterior rot repairs, boxing and fascia and gutters leaking and getting gutters cleaned out and all kinds of stuff that because it's raining outside, you don't want to go out there and look at it. And now it's nice and you're going out there to look at it. And you look up at the fascia and you're going, man, I got a hole up there. We've got to figure this out. So
it's funny you say that. I had Steve out, one of our laborers, tenure, been with us a while, helping at my mom's house last weekend. I was out there with him, and he was cleaning the gutters out. And one of the gutters is clogged, and he said, I have a little tool we stick down. We do this all the time. I'll bring it by next Saturday. And I said, you got a tool? Tell me about the tool. And he said, yeah, boss man. He said, all the problems start with water. So what we do at Robee is get water away from the house. Mm-hmm. And that's what he told me. I said, no, duh. But no, I was so proud that, number one, he was educated on that because he does what tell him to do. He's a worker. He'll bust it for you. But he knew what the deal was and took a lot of pride in it and said that's how you protect a home. And
that's right.
He was explaining it to me as he's sitting up on the roof, and I just came home from soccer games.
That's right. And every home's different, and getting water away from the house is absolutely key. Every house is different because every lot's different. So the way the water grades towards your house or away from it is key to keeping it out of your crawl space. And that's another area we're seeing a lot of repairs right now is in your crawl space. And the unfortunate thing about that is you usually don't even know that there's a problem until your termite contract man comes around, poking around looking for termites or pest control otherwise, and says, ma'am or sir, you got a bunch of mold going on down here and you got some rotten wood and you get it taken care of. So we're doing a lot of that these days too, and it could be from outside water coming in. We're doing a lot of shower pan replacements right now from old leaky tile floor showers and water getting in through there. And again, you don't know there's a problem until it's reared its ugly head.
It's all about flashing. That's the key to roofing, right? Flash around your extrusions from the roof like a chimney, and then where a wall comes out of a roof, flash in your valleys, flash at the edge so water doesn't get back under your fascia. That causes exterior rot. And then in showers, a shower pan is basically a flashing in the shower.
It is, that's right.
And then around your house, waterproofing properly on your foundation and all that is flashing to get the water away.
Oh, sure, and you can avoid a ton of problems by just doing these simple things right. Get the grade right, get the flashing right, do small repairs here and there, and you keep water away from your home, and you're going to have a good, healthy home for a long time. Yeah. And so we're doing a lot of that right now.
You clean off a lot of roofs and clean out a lot of gutters.
Oh, yeah. Clean a lot of roof valleys. You get leaves up there just hanging out and debris and that kind of thing falling off all these oak trees that we love so much, but they do have a little bit of a bad side in the fall, and so we're dealing with a lot of that too.
So, Dom, those are all great things. Obviously, the water can lead to a lot of different problems. We got about 50 seconds or so. Real quick, how can people get in touch with you before we go to the break if they have some of these problems in their home?
Sure, great question. Just give us a call today. It's the number at our office is 704-334-5477. And just let us know that you heard about us on the radio show and ask for our handyman division, and we'll be glad to help you.
And if you didn't get that number, it's 704-334-5477. You can always go to andrewrobee.com and get that same information and find out more about everything we do actually on there if you want to. They've got all the information on there for Andrew Robee Company as well as Robee Handy Man. So stay with us. We're going to take a break. Is that good?
That's right.
All right, folks, when we come back, we're going to talk more with Dominic about Robee Handy Man. We're going to go from what he called the bad. We're going to go to the good. We're going to talk about things you can do to upgrade your home that Robee Handy Man can be a part of and help you with. You're listening to the At Home with Robee show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.